Okay, so I want to switch around a texture for the backpack from a mod. Um, and I already have it downloaded right here. In fact, I think that... Sorry for the mess in my desktop. I'm like the only one who endorsed this mod. Here we go. I'm just using it as an example because people were asking here a lighter canvas brown for an option, another one too, and the developer of the mod gave a permission to edit. So what you do, you open the folder. Here's the texture that we got, and I'm using Photoshop. You can use PaintNet or GIMP or whatever. I have no idea how to use them. Any program that lets you import DDS files. Personally, I don't like editing a background layer. I make a duplicate always. And I want to use the curves tool. You can use levels if you're a beginner, because this is much better way to change something's color than using HSV, because this lightness, you see, it loses on color definition. So I don't recommend that. Instead, you can use exposure tool in Photoshop, but it makes it over bright. You can use just gamma. Let's reset this to 0, and which is a relatively okay way. Like, this might be a natural way to adjust the brightness without screwing up everything else, but I think the best method are curves, because you can manually define detail. For example, I don't want to lift these mids. I want to keep the dark parts dark, the light parts light, and gamma also lets you edit individual color channels. So if I want it to be less saturated, instead of removing saturation, I see that there's too much red. So to make it browner, I reduce a little bit of reds in the middle and like this. And can raise a little bit of greens for the dark parts. And now we have this color done. The reason I love to use multiple layers is that you can then adjust the opacity. So I like these colors, but I want like do halfway through, so I do 50 like this. So I'll put it as like 90, and then I'll desaturate it, lowering vibrance or saturation a little bit like this. And curves can also be done like automatically if you want to increase contrast, like clipping more of the light parts. We don't need that, of course, right now, but it's a variant. So yeah, this seems to be an okay basic edit. Also, if you want, for example, I want to change the canvas color, but I don't want to affect the furniture, like this golden button thing. I can just use magic wand or a quick selection tool, edit it here, and delete it from the upper layer, or I can cut it via layer and put it to, for example, 60% if I want it. Or I think 50 would be decent enough. So yeah, it's slightly lighter, but not this much. Okay, so now what do we do? If we just save over DDS, it will not load. The game will have like dark patches all over. What you need to do is to save it as Targa format, TJ, E games. I'm saving it all in the game's main folder, PSD or TIFF for files with multiple layers. For TIFF, I leave options at default, yes. And then I click Save As and choose Targa, because Targa format is essentially same as BMP. It's a raster format without layers, but it has the option of 32 bits per pixel. Each color is 8 bits, so RGB, red, green, and blue is 24 bits, plus alpha layer is 32. Alpha is generally used for transparency, but I think in Tomb Raider specifically, they're using it for shiny effect. Like the amount of reflections and shininess a material goes. Anyway, we've done that. Now, I'm sorry about the mess here. Again, there's a program that we need. Compressonator. You can download it for free. It's a free program. And for this, I will specifically start a new project. So double click here to add files. You can drag and drop. If you remember, we saved as 8004.tgr. Let's find it here. This is our file. We just drag and drop it here. Then we need to press this button, generate mipmaps on selected source images. Why? Because this is how this game works. We need to choose 16 by 16 specifically. It's 0.5. And don't change anything else. Just generate mipmaps. You can see it works here. They have 6 levels of mipmaps. These are used when the model in the game is like far away from you. So they are needed. Then you need to click here, add destination, and the default options BC7 compression and quality 0.05 are okay. You click it here and then click process. After generating mipmaps and processing, it created the new texture that's ready for import into the game. It will be in the folder results by default, and I have it sorted by date modified. To add it, by the way, you need to when I view in details, I click right button here, say more, and I find date modified here in the drop-down list and turn it on. I think that's the most useful sorting method when you're working with files. It's not relevant for this game specifically, but I'm just saying what my how you call it, work process. So then you drag and drop it into the games folder. For costumes, for Lara herself, everything is in Tomb Raider 1 folder. For weapons, it's a mix between both. For levels, it's per game. I'll explain more later. Let's test it now. And I think this is one without no legal. So it will be slightly faster. You can add as many textures to a project as you have. For example, here we have 2 textures. Okay, let's see if the canvas texture became lighter, and if we need to edit it further. Now you can see it is quite lighter, and I think it's actually not that bad anymore. Uh, the save is where I had it. It's a work in progress thing. Okay. We are in Thames Wharf and we have a lighter backpack. I think I might make an even lighter desert-rated version. But this one, I think it looks almost exactly like the game's supposed to. At least Tomb Raider 4 and 5. Because this is a mod for tier 5 and 4 style backpack. So I think we can end this level. I just started it. It's a very long level. It's really hard to finish. Look, this will take forever, right? Yeah, by the way, Shotgun also edited. I learned to edit models so I can make it shorter. Because it was broken as it is. One of the most unfinished mods, but I really like the model, so I made it so it doesn't clip into her butt as much. Boy. So we added the backpack texture, and I think for this specifically we might want to make a screenshot that shows the backpack itself. So yeah, I also edited the costume, her face, the wounds, splatter, all that jazz. Oh. Careful, he's gonna shoot now. Aye. Almost. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. This was Kasumi. This is my quick tutorial on how to edit the textures and save them so they don't come out as black nothingness. I need to swap her pistol to something more modern. Don't you think the kickback is a little bit over?
Who are you working for?
What?
You heard me.
I didn't, honest. What did
Say
you say?
what again?
Who employs you?
Ah! Miss Sophia Lee!
Why can't you do all this wrestling stuff in
I
game?
don't know. Really, I don't. I just shoot people for her.
A commendable work ethic, I guess.
Yeah, I put me hours into it, as me father did and his father did her for.
Well, how old is this Miss Lee?
I don't know. Late 20s, early 30s?
Right.
Yeah. For some people, like yourself, we get a special bonus.
I'm flattered.
I mean, I could even be retiring from you.
Then you might like to mind the bell. Happy retirement.
This needs Wilhelm scream. I hope Tommy Tallarico didn't make this sound. I took way too long for this level. And we're back. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, I should stop playing and like keep editing again. I need to replace some mods like her hair. It didn't work properly in cutscenes, did it?